Agree.
I told Dean West to page me if there was a problem. I made that crystal clear.
So, with that established, did Mr. West ever try to alert you?
It was his responsibility to page me immediately if there were complications. Well, he didn't do that. I don't know what else I could have done.
But it's your responsibility as a registrar to ensure that your patient is well looked after.
Yeah, I don't deny that.
But you're not willing to take responsibility for this?
If I'd have been paged, I would have been there. And Faye Michaels would be okay.
Thank you, Mr. Hussain. That's all for now.
If Connor's transferring a patient over, you better keep her away from the DOH inspectors. She'll try and fly the flag for Holby.
How strange. Look who's here.
Michael's here trying to save Darwin.
Very convincing. Who's his new friend? Saw them together at Holby, looking very cosy. Must be terrible being married
Mike,
to...
could you take her through, please?
Thank you.
Listen, you may have slept with my husband, but it is over. Deal with it.
What, you think just because I...
What, am I wrong?
This is about the future of Darwin.
Oh, really? You should have thought about that when you were organising the cleaning regime.
If Michael hadn't admitted a VRSA infected patient to my ward...
You are beginning to sound paranoid. Almost delusional.
Michael rejected retesting those swabs, okay? Then he changed his mind, then he lost them. Connie, please, I'm not that stupid. I know something's going on.
What on earth makes you think I would believe you? Right, Michael has to wheel and deal. That's the way political life is. He's doing it for Holby, okay? He'll prove it today.
Connie?
Hello?
Jeremy Upminster.
We
worked together a few years ago now.
Of course. You were my SHO.
I'm a consultant now.
Oh, goodness. How you doing?
Oh, really well. We're doing some fantastic work here. Let me show you around. Everything is state-of-the-art.
Sorry, Jeremy. I don't think I have time for this.
Leighton Peters, Healthcare Commissioner.
Leighton,
Michael, what a pleasant surprise.
how's life down at the Department of Health? They still missing me?
Well, of course. I didn't know you were involved with this bunch.
I'm not.
Maybe you should be. I hear they've got deep pockets.
Leighton, we've been having a few difficulties over at Holby.
Yes, I've heard.
So if this visit is in any way related to those problems...
Michael, we're not about to cut you adrift. We've simply come to see what Shoreham Cross has to offer.
Still, I thought it better if I came along.
Fine. Well, the more the merrier. So, have you managed to reopen the ward? Darwin, isn't it?
No, we've still got some problems with staff and cleaning.
Oh, that's a shame. How long do you think that'll take?
Well, unfortunately, we don't have a projected opening date yet. But we're working very hard to resolve the issues.
Right. It's quite impressive. Looks more like a hotel than a hospital.
About my patient.
The 47-year-old. We should be able to fit her in later on.
No, it's urgent. She needs to be seen now, and she's 77.
What? I was told she was 47.
Well, I'm sorry, you've been misinformed.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. You need to find her a bed somewhere else.
No, she's too unstable to be transferred again. She needs to be operated on here.
Well, that's impossible. We have a case lined up to do first. It's a minimally invasive coronary artery grafting. It's one of our special interests. And we have some important visitors from the DOH. The hospital manager will go spare.
They'll understand.
77. Acute post-op infarct. You're in a hiding to nothing.
Are you just worried about your death rates?
Our mortality data is the best around.
Well, that's easily achieved if you don't actually operate on patients that are ill. Now, are you going to tell the Department of Health you won't treat my patient, or shall I?
I will see if I can find a slot to operate.
She insists that I supervise the surgery.
No way. You don't have practice privileges here.
Well, why don't you go and talk to your boss and get me some?
What's happening? Oh, there's a few hiccups with getting her admitted.
What's all this, needle?
Well, it's to prevent MRSA.
Seems a bit much.
Oh, they're being hyper-cautious.
That's why Mum hates hospitals. She says people only get sick in there. But this is all right for...
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. When are you due?
Oh, not for another 4 or 5 months.
First?
No. Boy and a girl, teenagers now.
Oh, big age gap.
Yeah, came as a surprise to all of us.
Hello. Did you get the file?
Yes, there you are. You don't have to worry about the will, Mum. Everything's been sorted out.
I know. Look, do me a favour. Just leave me alone for a moment. Please.
Do you know, I think she's a bit tired.
Oh.
Why don't you go and grab a coffee or something? Is there something wrong?
No.
Janine.
I've never been in debt in my life.
You shouldn't worry about money things now.
Read it. Take action to repossess the property, that's what they say.
Well, it's just bank talk, isn't it? I mean, have you called them?
I couldn't face it.
It's like the operation.
Anyway, I didn't think I'd be around much longer. Please, don't say anything to Eleanor about this.
Listen, I won't say a word. You've got to concentrate on getting better. This will all sort itself out. They won't take your house away from you.
It's not my house. It's Eleanor's.
Are you feeling okay?
Just a headache. We'll get Katrina back in.
Hi, do you want to...
Oh, hi.
Your pills have arrived. I need to talk you through them. No, not those. Right. This one is a combination of 2 drugs. Take 2 of these a day with breakfast. They stop the virus reproducing so quickly. You'll need to take this once a day. It protects against other infections and maybe some side effects. Dizziness, confusion, insomnia, headaches, diarrhea, vomiting, limbs fall off, hair goes green. Katrina, are you listening?
Stop talking to me like I'm a chav or something. I'm not stupid.
This is important.
Fine, it's important. I get it.
Have you spoken to your parents? And how did they react?
What do you think? They went mental. I told them it's not the end of the world, you know, and they calmed down. Can I go now?
I think we need to get you to see a counsellor. You take a seat outside, I'll find a number you can call, then you can go.
Whatever.
Unbelievable. She hasn't a clue.
Puts things into perspective, though, doesn't it? I mean, here I am worrying about the end of my career, and there she is facing a life-threatening illness.
Okay, here we go. So, I took a while to respond to your call. So what? I'm not the only obstetrician in the hospital.
I know that.
Just give this number to Katrina.
She's gone. And she's left everything behind.
Fantastic. This is the last thing I need.
It's not the best thing for Katrina either.
Today of all days.
Impressive hygiene standards, I must say.
Well, maybe we can copy some of their systems.
You think you can turn Darwin round?
Of course. There are a few obstacles. I'm working on it.
What sort of obstacles?
Oh, entrenched views, vested interests. But you know what they say. Running a hospital is like herding cats.
The way you're talking, one might think that the VRSA outbreak is a symptom of a deeper malaise in the way the hospital functions.
I wouldn't say that. But we're definitely well on the way to sorting things out. Excuse me. I'll see you in a second. You had missed a patient, didn't tell me.
Oh, it's frantic, Michael. I didn't have time. Anyway, they won't let me operate on her.
Why not?
Practice privileges.
What, so you'll have to go somewhere else?
What? I'm not going to risk the life of my patient because of some intransigent policy, no.
So what are you going to do?
I'm going to tell the inspectors what's going on. Michael, this hospital is trying to take work away from us.
Connie, not yet. Look, I'm making progress, but things are a little bit delicate.
Then what?
Leave it with me. I'll sort something out.
Well, she seems to have aged 30 years in the ambulance. I just had a look at her angios. She's got 2-vessel disease, ongoing ischemia.
Suitable for minimally invasive surgery?
Well, she's not that stable, but her vessels are suitable, yeah.
Ah, Michael. Like your dear wife is causing trouble. Thanks, Jeremy.
You've got to let her operate on her patient.
Oh, why is that?
Because if you don't, she'll complain to the DOH, and I don't think that's in any of our interests right now. Connie's a great surgeon. She can be a real asset to us.
I'm sure. Well, from what Jeremy's just told me, there's no reason why he can't do the case. Minimally invasive, and Connie can assist him. And the DOH will be even more impressed at our skills than ever.
My thoughts exactly.
So, how's it going with the delegation?
Well, I think Leighton's going to take some convincing.
What do you know about him?
Not much. He's a bit inscrutable.
Do you think he can be bought?
You're not serious. Well, I wouldn't know.
Everyone has a price. We considered making an approach before, but we weren't sure.
Yeah, well, it might have saved us a lot of trouble if you had.
Hindsight is a wonderful thing. And you better be getting back.
Any news?
They are just setting up in theatre. I've decided. I don't want surgery. I've changed my mind.
Mum, you don't mean that.
Yes, I do.
Mum, please.
You do understand your chances of survival lessen if you don't have this operation.
What's the point? It's just fighting the inevitable.
How can you be like that? What about the baby? Mum, don't do this, please.
Hey, come on. Come on, just come and take a break. Okay?
Janine, you asked me to be straight with you. This morning we agreed to this procedure. What's happened?
I'm allowed to change my mind.
Why don't you tell Mrs. Beecham what the truth is?
I've spent the last 6 months thinking I was dying of cancer.
Hmm?
Hasn't been that far, will you, dear? I have insurance, mortgage, protection. If I die in the next few weeks, everything will be paid off. But if it goes on much longer, they'll repossess the house and the policy will be invalidated.
Really, I am sure it can't be as bad as that.
Ellie and the kids and the baby on the way. They'll all be homeless.
Janine, there'll be a solution to your financial worries. Come on, get it into perspective.
I just wanted to leave them something. To give them a chance to get on in life. A legacy.
I'm sure your family won't care about that. Money's no substitute for time with you.
Her BP's dropping again.
Okay. Your heart is under increasing pressure. If we don't go ahead with this now, there's no point.
I don't care. Then it'll all be over.
What about the surgery?
Yeah, I've got to get permission. Get Eleanor to talk to her again.
Is this Mrs. Beecham's patient?
Yes.
Well, good news. She's going to theatre. And what's more, that tenacious Mrs. Beecham's going to assist me. It's all been authorised.
Really?
Yeah. Will you make sure Mrs. Campion gets this pre-med?
Bit of a problem. She's not sure whether she wants to have the surgery.
What?
She needs it doing, but we're trying to persuade her now.
Oh, I haven't got time for this. We've set it all up now.
I can't see what else we can do.
Well, the thing is, I still have a signed consent form right here.
That was when she was at Holby. She changed her mind since then.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you say that. Look, as you said, she needs the surgery.
Listen, I'm doing some research on a patient of mine at Holby. Apparently she was transferred from here. Now, if you help me find her records...
Then
I won't prevent you doing the surgery. Her name was Joy Marshall.
I'll sign a request slip. You can go down to the medical office and pull the file out.
Okay, that'll do.
Good.
Yes, Mrs. Osborne, cystitis has gone. She just left some things here.
Can't find her.
Nothing important. Have you got a mobile number for her? 71? Yeah, all three. Thanks. Bye. Stupid, immature.
She didn't tell her parents.
Every day we deal with people who desperately want to get better.